Hey, welcome to Erica Makes and Crafts. It is Saturday morning, and I decided to frame Pink Mermaid. And if it goes well, I'm also going to frame Adirondack chairs because I made that one to give to my dad for Father's Day. And that is going to be here before I know it. So I've got to get that done. Both of these frames that I bought are the hanging kind, but I super glue them. I decided to kind of bring you guys, this is the one for my dad's. My dad has a big one because he has a big kit, and his is landscape style, so it had to be a long one. But anyways, I thought I'd just bring you along for the ride and kind of show you step by step a little bit of what I do. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. All right, I am back. I did end up getting Adirondack chairs from upstairs and bring it down here because I will do it. Since I'm going to be doing one, I might as well do them both. But I trimmed the sides off, and I trimmed the edge here because it's longer than the frame is wide, what hangs off. So in order for it to not show through, you do have to trim it a little bit. And I trimmed the top as well. And then I use just any type of super glue with a brush. This is the kind that's got the brush. Doesn't say it on the bottle, but it said it on the package. All right, this part I'm going to try and show you what I do. I'm going to start down here with the bottom. The bottom, you don't really have to worry too much about it. The reason why I like to glue it is because I like to make sure this is flush with the diamonds. Sometimes after hanging on the wall for a little bit, it can wobble or it can move. So I just like to glue it just to kind of keep it in place. And I always glue the top one before the bottom. If you accidentally glue the bottom one wrong, the top one will sit wrong. So it's really important you do the top part before you do the bottom. And because I use the kind with the brush, I just put a little bit. And then I line it up about where I want it. And I hold it for a little bit. And I know I've said before, but one of the main reasons why I got the Pink Mermaid, it's called Pink Mermaid, why I got Pink Mermaid was because I wanted her for my pink bathroom. I have a pink bathroom and I like mermaids in bathrooms for whatever reason, so. And after, yeah, that's a good. And then for the back, I just put a little bit on the frame. And the magnet will help it seal to the canvas. The bond of the magnet will push it into the canvas and will help form that seal. But yeah, I will finish and then I will be back. All right, Pink Mermaid is done. Another helpful tip I have, if you're going to be using one of these hanging frames for yourself, if the sizing isn't exact for the diamond painting, I always up a size, because personally for me, I'd rather have the canvas shorter than the frame. I'd rather have the frame stick out versus the other way around. I don't want the frame shorter than the canvas. So if you can't find a canvas, if you can't find a frame the exact size as your canvas, just go up a little bit in the size of the frame. That would be my advice. This is by far the easiest way to frame a diamond painting. One this size, smaller, I consider this a smaller size one. I have dry mounted myself. I do not have a video on how to do that, but I have done that. If you're doing it yourself, it's a little bit harder to make sure that there's that it's completely smooth to the foam board. So I don't feel confident in my ability to dry mount a larger one like Adirondack chairs. But I do feel confident in doing one smaller like Pink Mermaid. I think Yarn Crafters Teacup or Yarn Crafters Delight from Bella Art de Nicole. I did that one last June. I do have videos on it if you want to go back, but I dry mounted that one myself, and it's up in my guinea pig / craft storage room. It used to be my craft room, but it's kind of just become my storage room at this point. And the guinea pigs live in there. But it's expensive to buy a frame or get them framed for a lot of the big ones. And I find if you use super glue, especially on the top, since this is the one that's going to be holding all the weight of the kit, and when the larger kits like Adirondack chairs, when they've got all their drills on them, they're heavy. So if you use enough glue on the top and you let it cure for 24 hours, you don't touch it or move it for 24 hours, I have had really good luck with them holding and not have any problem. But if for whatever reason this doesn't hold, because I've never done one this big before, you know, I will get it framed for my dad, because I told him I'd give it to him with a frame of some kind, and I intend to. So, but I've always had good luck with the hanging frames. But yeah, later today I'm going to be going to Brewer. It's about a little over an hour's drive to do some type of a crafting thing with my friend and one of her daughters. So I will probably show you guys some of that a little bit later, but yeah, I'll check in with you guys. Hey, it is Sunday morning. I didn't end up filming anything Saturday evening. When I got back from the craft event that I went to with my friend and her daughter, it was quite late. We made with resin and like sea glass. I don't think they were actual sea glass, but they were little stones that looked like sea glass. We made like little succulent things. I'll put in a little video. The first two are the ones I made. The second two are the ones my friend's daughter made. And then the last two are the ones my friend made. And my friend wants me to add that she is going to finish decorating them at home. She has done that event before, and she had things at home that were different than what was available there that she had planned to decorate hers with. So in the little flower pot, I chose the rocks and some of the moss that was there, but she had her own ideas. But I'll insert that video here. We had a lot of fun, but I did get home late from that, and I went straight to my grandparents' house to feed their cat, and gave one to my grandmother, and then the other one I ended up giving to my mom. But this is one of Jaded Gem Shop's collaboration with the Witchy Stitcher, one of the tarot cards. This is Empress. You can't see. I ended up using Jade's release paper, which covers it. But if I come down here, it's the Empress, which is an opossum. I've done the Death one, which has a unicorn on it. And the other one that I have in my stash is Tower, which is a tiered cake. I really like these. I'm going to wait until I finish Tower before I get any more, but I have decided when I decide to do another Jaded Gem Shop order after I've done Tower, I'll probably buy 3 more to have in my stash because I do enjoy doing these. But this is my progress here that I've done. I like to do the black first and then fill in the colors. But yeah, I am enjoying this. This was about a day's progress. I like the cover paper for these because you just need 2. One covers the top half, one covers the bottom. And I've been really enjoying working on larger sections lately, so it works for me. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing much filming tonight because my youngest niece kind of invited herself over this afternoon. Today is my brother's birthday, so we're going to be meeting up at an ice cream shop to have some ice cream and visit. And then my youngest niece wants to come over and hang out. She wanted to do a sleepover, but I'm not ready for a sleepover yet. I have an event planned that I'd like to do a sleepover around. If there's a craft activity that's a family-friendly one, and I think that would be fun to go to with one of my nieces. So I'd like to do a sleepover kind of around that. And her mom has okayed that. So, but that's not till June 19th. But anyways, so with her here this afternoon, I don't know how much filming I'm going to do. So I just wanted to show you. Wanted to touch bases with you guys. I am sure I'll check in with you guys soon, though. Hey, so it is still Sunday, still Sunday morning, and something interesting with this canvas I wanted to show you guys. One of the symbols doesn't have a marking. Right here, it's left blank. I know it's supposed to be white, so I'm just going to do it. But I just found that interesting, and I wanted to show you guys that because I've never had that happen. But yeah, just a little interesting thing I wanted to show you guys while I was working on this kit. I'll check back in with you guys later. Hey, it is still Sunday morning. I ended up finishing that section, and I'm about to show you guys. But I don't know how much more I'm gonna have time to chat with you guys today. I am about to go and have like a birthday celebration for my brother, and then his youngest daughter is gonna come over. I was originally gonna try and do a fun little challenge for myself, see how many of these little kits in my stash I can bust out during my 3-day weekend. But yesterday I decided to do a craft event thing with my friend and her daughter, which ended up taking all afternoon, which is fine. I had fun. I'm happy I did it. But that cut out yesterday. So then I was going to do today and tomorrow. But my older niece had a sleepover last night, and my younger niece wanted something to do. She originally asked for a sleepover. She didn't want to feel left out. I love having them, and I love doing sleepovers with them, but I like having things to do with them when they sleep over. Otherwise, all they want to do is just watch TV. And, you know, I don't particularly like that, seeing them just watch TV all day long. And I know their mother doesn't like them to watch TV all day long. So I decided for a compromise, I'd have her over this afternoon. I do have a couple of things we can do while she's over here. She is going to probably watch something while she's here, a show or something. Her mom's fine. Their mom is fine with that. She understands that they're probably going to watch a movie or something. She's probably going to want to check out the guinea pigs. But that just means no diamond painting this afternoon. So my fun little challenge, if I decide to do it at all, would just be for one day, not the 3-day weekend. So I'm probably not going to do it, but that was my original plan. My work company does every other holiday, every other year. So next year I'll be working Memorial. And this year I have off Memorial. I'll work the 4th, which means I'll have off Labor Day. If I get the 3-day weekend for Labor Day, maybe I'll do the diamond painting challenge then. But I do have some smaller kits, and I just thought that this would work out perfectly. I didn't have enough time to do another one of my mermaids for Mermay, and I didn't want to start my June kits, my Pride Month June kits, before June. And, I had a 3-day weekend. It would have just been perfect, but it didn't work out, and the things that I'm doing are fun and enjoying, and I want to do those more than the challenge. So, but yeah, I'll bring you down to the table and I'll show you the section that I just did on Empress. So here is the top half of Empress, all completed. It works up really quickly. Depending upon what time my niece goes home this afternoon, I can probably finish the other half today. Yeah, I enjoy working on these style kits. I like to do them black first and then kind of color them in. And I loved the render of Death, and I'm enjoying the render on this one too. So, and I love the 90s nostalgia of the troll dolls on the sides there. And I loved how the crown worked out. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get more of these tarot cards in the future. Hi, it is Monday morning and I finished Empress. And I think the next kit that I'm going to work on is called Cat and Cupcakes by Diamond Art Club. I think the reason I'm going to start that one is that it is a partial kit. It kind of is rainbow-esque, so if I have to work on it into June, I feel like it works for my June Pride Month. I like working on rainbow kits for Pride Month. And it's one of their square boxes. It was one of their bigger boxes when they first started releasing their new boxes. They were more square in shape, and so I would like to get that size box out of my stash. So it hits a lot of, it checks off a lot of things that I would like to work on right now. But here is Empress from Jaded Gem Shop by the Witchy Stitcher, completed. Hey, it is Monday afternoon. It finally stopped raining. It's been raining all morning. My dog has not wanted to go out at all this morning, so now that it stopped raining and the sun has come out and it's actually warmed up, it's actually really nice out here right now. We decided to come outside and I'm going to do a little crochet. Here is about where I'm at. Well, here is where I'm at. And yeah, I will talk to you guys when I'm done. I thought I'd show you what Hannah's up to. She's looking over at the neighbor's house. Our neighbors have 4 or 5 dogs, and she always wishes that one of them will come out while she's out here. All right, Hannah got me up and out of my chair, but I did do 1 row, so I'll call that a success for today. I'll see you guys later. Hey, it is Monday afternoon, evening. I'm out here grilling burgers with my mom. We had burgers with my dad for lunch before he went to work, but we had to broil them in the oven because it was raining, and my mom and I really wanted grilled burgers on the grill, so we're out here having them, just her and I, for supper tonight. And I thought I would give you guys a little garden update. Here are my radishes and my basil. The radishes, I thinned them out a little bit, but I did it not too long ago, so we've got to give them time. There's one. We've got to give them time to see if that will help. I did some research, and I think I maybe put too many in. That's not a radish. I think I put maybe too many in, and that's why they're not really growing too much. But I'll show you my lettuce. My lettuce really started taking off last week. We had several days of sun, and I think that that is what the lettuce really needed. And then that's my cucumber, and that's my pepper. I also wanted to show that this mini lilac bush has produced some flowers. It is my understanding that lilacs usually don't produce for a couple of years, so we're happy about that. I'll come over to this one and show you that this one doesn't have any flowers on it, but that one does. And I also thought I'd show you the patio tomatoes, since I don't normally show you guys those, but lots of little flowers forming. You can really see it from this angle. Lots of little flowers, lots of little tomatoes. So my mom and I are very excited about that. Hey, it is Tuesday afternoon. I didn't film anything that I crafted on Monday afternoon. I got tired and went to bed early. I had a busier than usual weekend, and I think it just finally caught up with me. But I fell asleep watching a show on Netflix called The Wonderfools. It's a Korean kind of action comedy show, and I really liked it. So that's what I've been watching lately. I did start Cat and Cupcakes, and I'll bring you down here and show you my progress on it. I didn't end up working on it at all this morning. My grandma had a doctor's appointment that she needed to be to early. So the time I usually spend in the morning crafting, I spent getting my grandma ready for her doctor's appointment. So everything that I worked on for Cat and Cupcakes was done on Monday. And I saw today that Diamond Art Club's going to have their anniversary sale this Saturday, and that they're going to be releasing a bunch of kits. So far, the only one that I think is super cute and adorable is the cat on the inner tube floating in the water. I thought that was super cute. I'm going to allow myself to purchase 3. That's my limit for what I'm telling myself I can purchase. I did see a Margaret Morales kit. She's my favorite artist, so I like to get a lot of the Margaret Morales kits. This one could potentially be a restock purchase. It's not necessarily a must-have if I like anything better. I also thought the Ines Guerrero one was super cute. I don't typically like that working on the kits for that artist's artwork. I like her artwork. I actually really like her artwork, but I'm not a monotoned person. I like more color when I'm working on a kit, and I like a variety of color, and I like pastel colors. That's my preferred color palette, pastel rainbow, if you will. But that one I liked. Probably won't get it, but I liked it. It piqued my interest. But yeah, I'll show you Cat and Cupcakes. My neighbor just started mowing the lawn. I apologize. I know you're gonna hear it. It's hot and I have to have the window open. So I'm gonna try and do this while she's on the other side of the house. But this is my progress on Cat and Cupcake from yesterday. And I'm gonna try and finish from here. This is partial. The pink is not a drill field, just the kitten and the bowls and the candy down there. I got this to go with Pug and Smoothie. I thought these two would be cute together, hung in my kitchen. So I already did Pug and Smoothie. That was my first completion of the year. So I did have a goal to get this kit done this year. So yeah. I'll show you the progress I've made when I'm done. Hey, so here is my progress for the day on Cat and Cupcake. I think the cat is working up super cute. I don't know how I feel about the AB, the white AB charted in the cheeks and feet. I think it works really well in the ears and around the eyes, but I'm just gonna continue using it how it's charted. I do think the cat is working up super cute. I'm enjoying the render on the cat. But yeah. So far on the releases from Diamond Art Club, not releases, but the previews for the releases on Saturday, nothing's really screaming out to me as a must-buy. So I'm interested to see what they continue to come out with. But yeah, I was gonna say I will talk to you guys tomorrow, but tomorrow's Wednesday and I have pottery class on Wednesday, so I might not talk to you until Thursday. But as per usual, I will film something for pottery class to show you guys. Yeah, I will talk to you later. All right, it is Thursday afternoon, and this is my progress on Cat and Cupcake. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have this done by the end of the week, so I'm not worried about it being finished by June. If I finish before June 1st, I'm just gonna start one of my rainbow kits for June in honor of Pride Month, a day or two early. But I am enjoying the render. I think this is gonna go beautifully with Pug and Smoothie. I finished that one. It was I started at the end of December. It was my very first official finish for this year, Pug and Smoothie. But I'm really happy with the render. I did notice one thing. There's a lot of gapping in this kit, which I haven't noticed a whole lot from Diamond Art Club. This is a semi-older kit, but it's not that old, I didn't think, for this much gapping, but when you step back, you don't notice it, so I'm not too worried about it, but it is something that I did notice. I didn't film anything yesterday. I did go to my pottery class and I took a little video. My friend and I got our bee waterers, our bee baths that we made back. Mine is the first one that you're gonna see with the tall flowers, and my friend's is the second with the sunflower and the little bumblebee. And then we painted or glazed, we painted the glaze on our celestial wall hangings, and you'll see mine before it gets fired. My friend didn't finish hers, so she's gonna go back on Tuesday to film, to paint it, and I asked her if she'd send a little video of it when she finishes it, and she said that she would, so I will show you it when she's finished painting the glaze on, so you can get a good before and after, because they do change quite a bit once they're fired. But I'll put that little video in here. And we don't have any pottery classes for June. None of the ones that were for June were interesting to us. They were things like corncob plates and a garlic grater. They were things that sounded like they'd be fun to make, but we had to ask ourselves, would we actually use it? We're interested in seeing what's available for July once she posts that. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this section and I will get back with you guys later. Hey, it is Thursday evening and I finished that section on Cat and Cupcake. And tomorrow I will start my last section. And you know, from viewing distance on the camera, it is not that bad, but if I zoom in close here, you can see all of the gapping. And I'm just not used to that. I feel like I have kits older than this that are better than this. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, you guys, but it's cute from a viewing distance. And yeah, I like this kid. I like this cat. It's a cute little kitty. And I can't wait for it to be finished. I will hang this one up with Pug and Smoothie. But yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey, so it is Saturday morning. I didn't end up filming anything yesterday. This is what little bit I have left. I plan on finishing it today. I wanted to finish it yesterday, but an unplanned event happened. My sister-in-law ended up getting diagnosed with pneumonia and bronchitis, but she ended up going to the ER because she had really bad chest, back, and neck pain. My brother was away on a guy's trip with a couple of his friends, and she really needed to be seen. The pain was very extreme and nothing was touching it. So she needed me to come over to spend the night with the girls because she didn't know how long she would be at the ER. My brother ended up coming home, which was great because my older niece was having a really hard time with her anxiety around her mom being sick, not knowing what was wrong. So my brother coming home definitely helped calm the girls down. And once they were calmed down, he ended up going to the hospital with his wife, and I stayed with the girls. They got back from the hospital pretty late. I ended up spending the night there. And yeah, she has antibiotics and she'll be fine, but it was scary for a moment there because no one knew exactly what was wrong. But I didn't do any diamond painting yesterday. My plan was to finish this, and it didn't happen. And that's fine. I will always put my family first. That's really important to me. My sister-in-law is someone who will go above and beyond to help. She kept apologizing to everybody, but she's not the type to complain, and she was obviously in extreme pain. So yeah, we were happy to help her because my dad came over before I got out of work because he had yesterday off, and he got supper, so I didn't have to leave the girls. He went and picked it up, so I didn't have to leave the girls or pay more for delivery, that kind of thing. But yeah, so that was my Friday night. I didn't get much sleep last night. I had a 7-year-old swimming in the bed next to me. She wanted to sleep with me in the guest room, and the older one fell asleep in mom's bed because she wanted to be woken up. She wanted to know when her mom got home. But anyways, yeah, I will finish this. You'll see it finished in the next vlog. But I did want to come on here just to talk about what happened on Friday. Also, I kind of wanted to just share. I did end up purchasing some kits from the Diamond Art Club anniversary sale. I went into it saying I was going to buy 3 kits, and I ended up buying 7. If you know me, that will not surprise you. There is a reason I try really hard to be on a no buy or a low buy, because it helps me from going crazy, because I can kind of go crazy. But I haven't purchased anything really in quite a while. So with the sale, I gave myself permission. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I will fully say that. I got Cacumo by Margaret Morales, Conejos Blancos by Margaret Morales, Controllers by Hiroku, Ethereal Garden by Rosie Scribbles, Window Wings by Yume, Sakura by Mrs. Butter D, and Cozy by the Sea from Nancy Wernerbach. And if I pronounced any of the names wrong, I apologize. But those were the kits I decided to get. There were quite a few I was surprised that I was interested in, and everything else, because I can't buy them all, I wish listed. But yeah, I'm going to try to continue my extreme low buy from now on through the summer. We will see. I cannot guarantee, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. And if you got anything, you can let me know. I'm always interested what everybody else got. Yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.